Welcome back. So you see that once you create repository, these people have given neat list of commands which you need to push your code to this repository, which is very interesting. Let's see what we have done out of all this. We have done this. Okay, you know why to use git init to initialize get repository so that it connects to git demo. And you also know what is git add to add the link to add the code to staging. And here they have added this document to staging. And later you will do commit number 2, which is a final commit with git commit -m. All right, we have done these 3 steps. Now you need to push. But before pushing, you have to tell to your local git that where is an address, like where exactly I need to push. Okay, if you simply say git push, how this git understands like where it have to be send the code. Okay, so it has to store one address, right, before you do anything. Okay, so we will give the address first, and then when we say push, it will automatically push to that specific address. Okay, so how do you give address? Again, you have commands here, so there is nothing to remember, everything is here. Okay, generally trainers document that in Word document and show that this is what I prepared, but all are present when you create this GitHub repository. Everything you will be seeing here, and just take this one link and they have many stuff. Okay, I don't want to again create one document out of all these and filter that, because this is a vast description in a table format giving a neat notes and why this command. So just use these links, which is more than enough documentation that anyone can give you. Okay, so either you can use git remote add origin step, or you have that step here as well. You see that git remote add origin. So if you read the description, if you have not connected to your local repository to your remote server, we have not done that, right? So this is my remote server where my code is there, where we need to push our code, and this is my local repository. First you need to form connection and then you have to push it. Without forming connection you cannot push. So for that, what is the command? Git remote. I'll explain you this. First, remote stands for we are adding remote connection. Remote add. Okay, and we have to mention what is the origin of that remote repository. Okay, for that we are giving command like this: remote add the origin. So how do you get the address of your remote repository? This is the one. So when you create a repository, you will be reaching this page, right? Or you can simply give this command blindly. These guys have done that work for us. Okay, they don't want us to think all that. They simply gave this command. You can simply paste this in your command prompt, even that works. But just in case if you don't have this, I'm telling you how to do that. Okay, git remote add origin, and you have to give this link. Okay, and then hit an enter. Now your remote repository is successfully connected to your local repository. Perfect. Now we have connection is formed and code is committed. The only step which we need to do now is push. Okay, push our code which is present here to our remote repository, which is here. So for that you can simply say git push the code. Okay, origin. So to the origin, which is this one, right? So right now we are on master branch. So in the coming lectures I'll talk in detail about what is branch and how does it work. But when you create repository, by default you will be on master branch. Okay, so now here we are saying that push the code to the origin, which is this. So when you say origin, now it's automatically this one. We registered our origin to this link, right? So from next command you need not give this every time. Just give origin, so that git will automatically know what is origin by looking at this command. Okay, now this means that we are pushing the code to this origin, and the branch what we are doing is master. So for now just put this a master. I'll tell you what are the branches the later. As I told, the default branch will always be master. git push origin master. Okay, and hit on enter, and it will ask you credentials. That's the first point. Okay. Oh, it's not asking because I already gave it earlier. But for the first time when you are working, it will ask you the credentials. Okay, so what credentials you need to give? You need to give the credentials which you used to create this Git demo account. Okay, you have to, right? If you don't give credentials, how can you push the code to an account which is not yours? Okay, first you need to authenticate yourself saying this is my account. When you want to push something to this account, you cannot do it directly. You have to provide credentials, right? If there is no that authentication gateway, so everyone pushes to your code repository if they get this link, and then everything will be messed. So I already gave this in the previous before I talk this video, so it's not asking for me. But for initially, it asks you username and password, and username is this one, Rahul Thoughts, and you will have your own username here when you log in, because it will ask you to create one username and give that username and give the password which you used to get into this account, and then it will give this message. Now you see this completed, writing objects 100% is done. So push is completed. So that means all our code is now in this repository. Okay, let's check. I will go again to my back to my repository. Let me go back and come. So it should see git demo, right? Yeah, you see that the folders, code, whatever we have here is now successfully moved to this space. Okay, so and you see the commit message, whatever we gave is here, first commit. Okay, so that's how you can start and push your code to your own Git repository. So in real time, you will actually have this link from your company. Okay, they will have their own Git repository, right? That could be anything. You might not see it as a github.com because they will buy a domain to host this. So they will have their own link. Okay, just ask them what is your Git origin remote URL. Take this and you can just do all this staging, committing, and you can push directly. Okay, but in general, you will be not asked to create a fresh repository like this, I guess. By the time you reach a project or company, you will always have existing repository like this. So in that case, you have to just clone that into your machine, okay, which we'll be talking in the next lecture. So this scenario, what we spoke in this lecture is creating a fresh project in fresh repository. Like if you start any project from scratch level, people ask you to develop code and push it to the Git. When they ask like that, use this lecture and do the operation. That's all. Okay, so in our next lecture, we will start like if there is already a project in Git, then how to get that into our local machine and how to make changes and how to push, and there's a lot to discuss. We'll see in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.